Hey kiddos, we are doing Unit 7, Lesson 3, and it is all about surface area. And the surface area is lateral and, look at this marker, how I'm having to go back through all of it. It is lateral surface area and total surface area, which means I want to show you what that means. If I have a triangular prism here, lateral means, goodness gracious, this marker's not working very well. This right here is a base. So that's important for you to understand, that the bases are the ends, okay? So when you typically have some sort of prism, you really should set it up. It's hard to draw it this way, but you should really set it up where the bases are on the bottom and top, okay? So this is a base on the top, and this is a base on the bottom. And so what that means is when it talks about the height, it's the height of the figure. So it's not just the height within that triangle. So that's important for you to understand. So lateral is just going around the middle and not the bases. Total is everything, okay? So lateral is just the middle. It's the three rectangles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you two different ways to find the surface area. So one is with the formula. And the formula is surface area, I'm trying to remember, I think it is perimeter of the base, because it's capital, times the height of the figure, plus 2 of the areas of the bases. So regardless of what the base is, it's just the area of the base of that figure. So if you're looking at a triangle, you're going to have this on your reference chart, but the area of a triangle is base times height of the triangle, not the whole figure, base times height divided by 2. And the area of a square or rectangle is just base times height of that figure. So if you look at number 1, I'm going to give you an example on your assignment. Number 1 on lesson 3. I'm sorry, lesson 2. Lateral and total surface area. Let me make sure I'm on the right one here. Lesson 3, lateral and total surface area of triangular prisms. So it actually blocks out lesson 2 for you because you don't have to have it. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. So as it's drawn in your, buzz, it says this is 7, this is 9, and this is 4.4. Well, since this is a right triangle, if I were to redraw this over here, I would be able to see that my height is 4.4 and my base is 7. The hypotenuse is 9, okay? So then I've got that same thing down here on the bottom, and then it just connect. I've got 3 rectangles connecting them. So, and don't forget, this is your base. So the perimeter of the base just means that I go adding up all the sides around it. So 4.4 plus 7 plus 9. Now please use your calculator and get these computations correct so that you don't miss it because you're not using your calculator. Because I keep having these kids wanting to do mental math, and sometimes it's not working, right? Because they're not mentally computing it correctly. So just use your calculator. Okay, and then the height of the figure in your buzz is 3, because that's the whole entire figure, and that's what we're looking at. And then we're going to say 2 times whatever the area of the base is, and this is the base, right? The top and bottom. So we're going to say, so we use our triangle area formula. Area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2 of the triangle. So the base is 4.4, the base is 7, 4.4 is the height, and we divide it by 2. So let's see what that is. 7 times 4.4 divided by 2 is 15.4. So that's the area of that triangle, right? And that's what we're going to put in there. We're going to say that's what it is. So when we put all of this into our calculator, just the way you see it, parentheses, 20.4, close parentheses, open parentheses, 3, close parentheses, plus 2, open parentheses. See, I'm doing it exactly the way it's written here in my calculator. In my TI-84, calculate 84 on my phone or computer, and it gives you the total surface area. That's the total surface area. And we know it's total surface area because it included the bases. If it had asked me for lateral surface area, we would just do this part right here because it didn't have the bases with it. Does that make sense? So this is important. Now, for kids who are lost that way, I have an alternate way that I like to show kids, and it's the firecracker method. And when I used to teach geometry, I used to use this. And I would say, okay, let's put a little firecracker in here, and we're going to blow it up. If we blow it up, we get what? 2 triangles, which are our bases. And actually, I'm going to go back and draw them correctly because I didn't draw them correctly. Remember, these have a right angle, so you have to draw it the way it's given. There is your right angle. So it's 4.4 and 7, right? And then you divide that by 2. And what did we get? 15.4. So we know the area of these bases is 15.4. Okay, we already know that. Boy, my Apple Pencil's not doing very well, is it? Hopefully this will work. Okay, then you know that you have 3 triangles connecting them. 15.4, good grief. Okay, so now let's look at that. Let's see what those side lengths are. So the side lengths are 4.4 and 3. You see how that's that left side? So that's going to be 3 and then 4.4. That's what that triangle is. I'll do the next triangle in green. It's 7 and 3. That's the side triangle, right? 3 and 7. Now the front triangle is going to be 9 and 3 because that's the one that's kind of the clear one. So the area of that one is 27. 3 times 7 is 21. And 4.4 times 3, which of course I don't know that in my head, put it in your calculator, is 13.2. So all you have to do is if you want lateral surface area, you just add up these 3 right here. But if you want the total surface area, then you add up all of them. So let's do that. 15.4 plus 15.4 plus 21 plus 27 plus 13.2, and you get, boom, 92. Same. So you can either bust it up with a firecracker and find the areas of all the sides and add them up, or you can use your formula. You choose. But it is important for you to understand one way or the other. Now, that will help you with number 1. I actually basically did number 1, this is just asking for calculating each part of this. This is so easy on your assignment. 2 is just perimeter of the base. Well, we already did that. Number 3 is asking what's the total surface area? Oh, no, it's not. It's asking to find, the total surface area. Okay, and then find the surface area for each prism. So then we're doing that. Now, that takes you all the way to number 6. So I'm going to go, and if you need to watch that again, then you need to watch that again because that's important. Whoops. I don't know why these little colors over here are so gigantically tall. I wish I had one of you smart techie kids in here to help me. So number 6, we're looking at another triangular prism. The only difference is that the way the triangles are drawn is different. So on this one, they give you the height of the triangle, which is 16.8. And the base is 14 down here, but I'm also going to write it here just so we can see it. And that will give us our base times, that will give us our base times height divided by 2 for the area of that triangle, right? And on here, our height is 74, because if we put this where the base is on bottom and top, the height of the figure would be 74. So we need to make sure we always remember that. Now, what you're having to do, so a lot of the applications and story problems are like, if you paint something, how many square feet of it is it? If you cover it in wrapping paper, that's what surface area is. Because all you're doing is you're just talking about going around, around it, but not inside it. Inside of it is volume. Surface area is around it. Anything that's around it. If I wanted to put, bedazzle it and put a bunch of rhinestone jewels on it, that would be surface area. Because I'm not filling it up with diamonds, I'm putting those little stick-on rhinestones on it. So I'm just going around it. So that's basically what it is. So you could do it either way. You could use your formula, which is pretty easy, to just say, okay, what's perimeter times the height plus 2 times area of the base. So what is the perimeter of the base? This is 18.2, and look, it's isosceles. So it's the same on both sides. So now you've just got to add that up. 18.2 plus 18.2 plus 14. See what you get. The height of the figure is 74. Then you're going to add 2 times area of the base. Well, what is the area of the base? I have my base times height, and then I have to divide it by 2. So get your answer here, and that goes there. The other way is your firecracker, and you just say, okay, well, I know that I have 2 triangles, and it's 14 and 16.8, and then I'm going to get my area of that, and then I'm going to get my 3 rectangles connecting them. 3 rectangles connecting them. So one of them, let's look at one rectangle. One of them is 18.2 and times 74, right? That's that back rectangle. 74. Each one of them is 74 long. So that's easy to just put that on there. One of them is 18.2. And then the other one right here in the front, that's also 18.2 because it was the same on both of those sides of the triangle. And then the bottom one is 14 on this edge. So then you find this area, and this area, and then you just add them up along with the areas, right? That's the way that you do it. So that's how you do number 6. And then it's just, you just have to read to see what is this asking. This is just asking, like on number 8, it says what is the height of the figure? Well, I mean, you can easily see the height of the figure. So really, you just have these 2. And then you get to number 10, and it just asks you the same exact thing. You just have to use your base and height divided by 2 formula. So I'm going to let you guys do number 10 completely on your own. But use your examples and pause this video and look back at it if you need to, see how to do it again.